president recently said that he's not interested in the implementation of the National Conference report, but in the wake of the ongoing security and economic crisis in the country, some people think that it's ideal for the country to be restructured, and that's one of the key recommendations of the National Conference. What do you think?
I believe very much that we should deal with fiscal federalism, and which is part of what was part of the conference report. Without fiscal federalism, we are not going to get anywhere in this country, because the way it is today, the center is more powerful than ever before, and that is as a result of the military mentality which we inherited, and also the way the Nigerians themselves have played things, with what they have. Today, the states I say they cannot pay salaries, but what is the reason? I believe that we should look at some of the conference reports in line with what Atiku Abubakar and Co are suggesting. We don't need another conference. We need to look at the conference reports and send to the National Assembly the ones that are feasible, particularly the issue of restructuring of the federation. We need to have states that are strong. For me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a supporter of state police, and I'm a supporter of local police, so be it. Because the way the security is today, if we are having local police in the areas in the Niger Delta where these Avengers or Revengers or whatever they call themselves are operating from, then of course it is easy for the national police to gather information from the background. But the situation where you have a unitary kind of police system that is valueless, it has nothing to do with locals, except when there is a problem. You see large number of police coming into the place to find out what the problem is and how to solve it. It doesn't go well for a federation. So we need to have, the states need to be strengthened in their own. If a state is going to run itself down the way most states have been run down now, then it is very clear that the state has run itself down, and the people will have to deal with their problems. I also believe, too, that competition among states, even for me, I would have even preferred that we should even have a situation where the states form themselves into a kind of confederate regions in such a way that they can harness their resources together and be able to challenge nationally and challenge internationally. If all the states in the southwest were to put their cocoa resources back together, cocoa is still being sold. That's still the main export of countries like Cote d'Ivoire and all that. So if they're able to pull it together under one platform, then they are able to challenge internationally, and they are able to deal with things and be able to earn the resources maximally. But divided, they say we fall, united we stand. So we need to have, we need to restructure the country. President Buhari needs to look at the Goodluck Jonathan conference report in order to ensure that the ones that are supported by Nigerians are implemented by the National Assembly. I think if that is done, it will move the country forward. Like I told you now, fiscal federalism is very important. Autonomy of states is very important. Autonomy of local councils is very important. Any state that wants to create 100 councils, good luck to them. But at this point in time, we need to understand that what is creating most of the problems for the states is the political structure. We have too many politicians, feeding on the meager resources getting to states. Again, the background of the dwindling resources, dwindling returns coming to the country. Oil used to sell for between $130 something to $120 very during the Obasanjo Jonathan era. Now the oil is barely $40, and so you can imagine the drop. And then of course our production, and then come out to the corruption. So the country is in a mess, is lying prostrate.
I know you talked about security, but the crisis in the Niger Delta has escalated in the last 3 months. Would you advise the government to negotiate with the militants just like was done in the past? Because this is a suggestion that some people have also made.
For me, I don't think negotiation with criminals is a way to go anywhere in the world. You only just embolden them and empower more. Mend is gone. Tom Atake, Tom Pulo, wherever they are gone, there's a new one. That's the way it's going to continue. A country needs to, I think what will solve this problem is not necessarily negotiating with criminals, it's by being just to the people, to the areas, to the oil producing areas. When you are just to them, when government starts developmental programs, then the criminals themselves will know that the days of criminality is over. And in that circumstance, government can take decisive action against criminals. Criminals are not meant to be negotiated with. Criminals are meant to be dealt with and punished. So negotiating with criminals, I don't think is going to solve the problem. I think solving the problem is implementing the Niger Delta Master Plan, being fair to the people. Let us also understand that the people need to have some part of their resources to themselves, appropriate some to themselves, while they appropriate part to the federal government or to the government of the country. I think that's the only way that the government will have the moral authority to deal with criminals.
That's our interview and the program for this week. If you missed any part of it, you can find it and past episodes of the program on our YouTube page. I am Shola Sheyeli. Thank you for watching.